At the beginning of the week, 50 schools across North Alabama made the trips to Wallace State and Jacksonville State with hopes of a region championship. Today, those region finals wrapped up with 6 area teams battling for a trip to Birmingham. And at Wallace State, we might have had the best game of the week in the 4A Northwest Region Final. Defending state champion Tigers taking on Briceville, and the Bulldogs jumped out to a 9-point halftime lead thanks to a big 3 from Lauren Haynes, but that's when the 3-point national record holder Chloe Siegel would get hot drilling this 3 to start a comeback, but she wouldn't stop there. She puts the team on her back. Fade away from the wing. Bang! She's fired up. Deschler edges closer. How about a heat check at the logo? She can't miss. She's made history for a reason, folks. We got a ball game late, but with every 3 the Tigers hit, the Bulldogs responded right back. Litter sister Leslie Haynes to the rack. She gets the bucket and the foul. That was the clinching basket in this one as the Bulldogs clinch their spot in Birmingham. They're headed to states for the first time in school history.
I'm so excited. We've been here, I've been coaching 12 years. We've been here 8 times, last 5, Sweet 16. So I just feel like this is for every kid that I couldn't get the job done with.
And the boys 4A final, the Westminster Christian Wildcats were also in a dogfight taking on Deschler. And what a show KJ Anderson put on in the first half. 19 first half points, including a buzzer beater before halftime. They would take a 6-point lead into the break, but in the second half, the Wildcats would mount a comeback. Nice feed to one of the best players in the nation, Chase McCarty. He slams it home with 2 hands. Deschler would build on their lead, though. D. Newsome, bucket, and the foul. Tigers take a lead by 9 with 6 minutes left, but that's when the Wildcats would lock in. Kaden Rickard, the steal, the slam, the comeback is complete. Westminster Christian score 19 in the 4th to claim the Northwest 4A crown 55-51.
Really proud of them for how they were locked in mentally and physically. It was sort of one of them deals where you have to grind those kind of games out, and that's what we did. Made a couple, 3 or 4 stops at the end and made buckets.
And for the final day of the Northeast Regionals, we'll send it to Max Cohan, who has the highlights.
The final day of regional action has wrapped up here at Jacksonville State. In fact, right now the school is preparing to host some AHSAA action. But before they could hit the court tonight, we had some region titles to hand out. Up first, a 3A battle between Susan Moore and Plainview. Last year, both of these teams made it to state, but now only one can move on. The first quarter was a close one, but the Bulldogs started to establish themselves in the second as the Smallwoods went off. Lanny and Callie combined for 43 of Susan Moore's 63 points, matching Plainview's total. The Bears tried to claw back with Lauren Jimerson putting up a fight in the lane. Her 15 points led Plainview, but Susan Moore put together a 21-point third period, further separating themselves in the 4th as the Bulldogs got loose, heading back to Birmingham with the 63-43 win. And on the other end of the Plainview double feature, it's last year's champs trying to get back to state. The only thing standing in their way, the Piedmont Bulldogs. And the teams went shot for shot early. Jonah Williams with the long distance call to get things rolling. He finished with 17 points. But the Bears had trouble containing Raleigh Pinto, who had his floater falling early and often in a 22-point outing. The teams were even at 21 after the first quarter, but the Bears held the Bulldogs to just one made field goal in the second, taking a lead into the break. With the game in hand in the 4th, the Bears put the stamp on it with 2 alley-oops. First, Dylan Heyman tosses it up for Landon White, who finishes through some hard contact only to get up and tell the student section it's over. But it wasn't over yet, at least not until White finished off another one. Heyman way down court to Luke Smith, who lays it off the backboard for the tournament MVP, and there's the nail in the coffin. The Bears are heading back to Birmingham with the 67-48 win.
You know, we came here to go 1-0. I know it's so cliche, guys, but this group has lived it, and they understand the importance of keeping the main thing, and our guys were focused in on going 1-0, and they should be applauded for that.
So that'll end this year's action at JSU as the state tournament moves down to Birmingham for the Final Four. Reporting in Jacksonville, Max Cohan, Way 31 Sports.